It's gonna be it. We're back, gamers. Just doing all the self-promo stuff I need to do, and then we'll be ready to go. I think I've set everything up right, if I haven't fucked up. So I have some fun plans for today. I might get death. I'm waiting to just get deafened by fucking Tour de France. No. Oh good, it hasn't. It has saved my progress. Why is it still being I've only played 22 hours then? Never mind. Oh, it's time to do some chat moderation. That is so fun, there's 3 of them. Mount viewers is another, okay. Stream. Nightbot, sorry. I'm gonna just make myself visible. Hi gamers. We're back. I'm just sorting out this fucking thing in the chat currently. Quickly. Options. Mount viewers. I can delete that. Welcome back, gamers. It's been a while. To Tour de France 2021, my game of the year. It's been a while. I haven't checked what we did last time. I have played a lot of this game since last time we were together. No. Okay, good. So, yeah. As all this other Tour de France stuff is the what's it called? My like custom guy. But what I want to do really quickly is if we just change over to this one. No, I want you to be capturing the internet, please. This game seems very easy to get to the top of the speedruns on speedrun.com. No one has ever speedrun Paris-Nice. I'm tempted, as a break from our our Tour de France, we are going to maybe do one of these. Obviously, the Tour de France is here, and I think when I've got an entire day free, we might just play through the whole thing and try and beat that. I think for today, do I have Paris-Nice unlocked? That's the question. Let's have a look. Because if I do... Oh, we don't have Paris-Nice yet. That's the problem. Oh, Paris-Nice is 8 stages. That's... the Breja Paris-Roubaix is a single stage, which is why it's so... It's all the single stages, which... It's the single stages and the... Okay, Paris and... Should we do the 3 jours, the 3 jours de Provence, and try and beat this record here? So we're trying to beat 10 hours, 29 minutes and 8 seconds, which... They used Nairo Quintana? No, they used Wout van Aert. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to check the rules before we start. Let's... It's been a while since I've streamed. I don't know if you can tell. So... We can fast forward any team at any difficulty, any database. Fast forwarding is allowed. You must play every stage. You must win the race. So it's the in-game time at the end of the race. And we're aiming to beat this time of 10 hours, 29 minutes and 8 seconds from Octro Pelli. So let's do it. I'm going to change the stream name to... Tour de France 2021 speedrun events. Okay. And then after this, I have some very cursed ideas of something else to do. But that's neither here nor there. So, let's do this. So, professional cyanide. I'm not making a database. You can do that if you want. I don't think it's worth it. Solo. So, Les 3 jours de Provence. I think the team we want to use... This is a relative... We don't need mountaineers, really. Where is my boy... Who I'm looking for is fucking... Oh, is the boy not here? We could go with Ineos. They're not a bad shout. But I think what we want is... We don't want Baja and Victorious. We've established they're not the best team. They're not a bad team, but they're not the best team. I think we're gonna go with Ineos. Because we're gonna try and get Adam Yates the win here. We could just swap in all of our like really good guys. Wait. Okay. Instead of Sosa, we're having Geraint Thomas. Instead of Pidcock, we're having Filippo Ganna. Why would we not have Filippo Ganna? He is just... We have access to just some of the best riders in the world. There's no reason why we wouldn't use all these people. Instead of Danny Martinez, have we got anyone better? Are we not using Egan Bernal? Instead of Swift B, we must have a better sprinter. We don't have a better sprinter than Swift B? Okay, I guess Swift B stays on the team. Okay, I think we've crafted... This team will work. I think. Narvaez is perhaps the only one we get rid of. Pidcock is slightly better. Yeah, I think we get Pidcock instead. So this is our team. We're probably aiming for Egan Bernal or Filippo Ganna for this.
Hi guys. Welcome to the briefing.
So as you can see, it's not a
main thing to grasp today
hugely...
is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. This stage is of no interest to us. Keep cozy inside the peloton. Have a good stage.
So we just want, if we can, to keep the peloton going quite quickly, to try and just keep the speed of the... I may have chosen we've got like a mountainy team. This may be the worst team possible that I've chosen, but oh well. Swift B is our... Ben Swift is I think his name. It doesn't want us to send anyone to the breakaway. So Pidcock is the leader for the stage. Yeah, we don't have a sprinter, I'm now realising. Oops.
Hello everyone.
So,
the sprinters are likely to have ambitions
this
of
is our
today,
world record
but it can't
attempt
be taken for granted.
for
They'll have to stay in touch on the cold
Les
the
Trois Jours de
or see
Provence.
their hopes
Oh,
evaporate.
it's the fucking Col de Jeunesse. Okay. So there's no point in us doing anything this early, fundamentally.
Guys, the Col de Jeunesse
Like, none of these people matter.
problems for the sprinters, but it's still fairly easy going.
This,
The race would really have to be out of control in the closing stretch if we are to avoid
like,
a massive...
I don't know if there's even anything we particularly need to do here. Because like we don't want to waste that energy for the like mountain stages because they're going to be the
on
harder
flat
ones.
stages, that's not where you see the most drama. You can accelerate forward if you think that nothing important will happen.
I don't think anything important will happen until the intermediate sprint probably.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
So the world record speedrun doesn't have any... It's an 8-second video of their time at the end. It's not actually any kind of...
The breakaway is losing ground.
It's not any kind of like full VOD of the run. So we don't have any idea of what the strats are here. I think we just... We just vibe with this.
5 kilometers before the intermediate sprint.
We're not even
20 points for
caring
whoever is
that much about
furthest over the
winning.
line.
I do kind of want to... I want sprint points for our guy, though. So I'm going to take him over for the intermediate sprint.
Here's the winner of the intermediate
Because
sprint.
also this speeds up our overall time, probably? Maybe? No. There's Egan Bernal.
The race is now entering the feed zone.
So once we get to that single climb for the day, we can send, I think, Egan Bernal or Filippo Ganna. Probably Egan Bernal, because Ganna is a...
Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Oh, I'm Pidcock. I'm not even a sprint guy. I'm not even a sprint guy. Why was I doing this? Okay, let's just chug a jug. I could just break away and see if I can do it.
You've got to ride, guys, if you want a chance of a sprint victory.
Okay. I need to tell these guys to manage the time gap with the breakaway.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
No, but we want a sprint finish. What I
The
could do to
breakaway
be
is losing
cheeky
ground.
is we take
Breakaway
Geraint
is
Thomas
upping
or
the
we
tempo at the head of
take
the race.
Egan Bernal
Doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
and we try and, on the Cat for the Col de Jeunesse climb at the end, we try and break away ourselves and sort of time trial it to the
Gap
end.
is decreasing, guys.
That could be
Peloton
our
should be there
strat.
for the stage win.
Okay.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Yeah, we're really cutting this time gap down just by riding properly. There's only 2 of them left in the breakaway as well. I'm going to switch over to Egan Bernal because he's our yellow jersey hope anyway, so he's the
Last
time
time check with the breakaway.
he's the
1
time we're going to
minute.
want to be as low as possible at the end of this. He's also not a
Gap is decreasing,
sprinter.
guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
So if we want to win with him, we're gonna have to sort of break away on this mountain if we want to win this stage. But he is one of the best mountaineers in cycling at the moment, so
Looks
it's
like the breakaway still has some
not
gas left.
unthinkable that he
It's
would be
still
able to
widen the gap.
do this.
There will be 1 point to be earned for the mountains classification at the top of the Col de la
I'm just
Jeunesse.
going to chug all my stuff now. There's no point us in.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
We want to catch the others. We want to catch the others and then break away over the top and then try and make it before the end if we can. I think is the plan. Okay, peloton's back. But by doing this, we're also speeding up. Just... Okay. So there's a wee gap between us and the peloton. There's another wee gap between us and the front of the race, which I'm hoping we can bridge.
30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
I don't mind if we don't even get the point on this mountain. That
First
doesn't
riders are 4
particularly
kilometers
matter.
from the climb.
What matters is that we do it in such a way that we do it in such a way that we can sort of get away once we're over the top. We should be fine. We're about to overtake them anyway by the looks of it. Okay, we don't win it, but that's fine. We just want to sort of go now.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
Now I'm going to try and descend. I'm very bad at
Another few
descending.
kilometers downhill before entering Marseille.
It's like the one thing in this game I'm particularly bad at is descending. we're just gonna cycle hard if we can, because if we're not winning a sprint if it comes down to a sprint in Marseille.
Bunched peloton.
Okay, so we're now in a group with a bunch of fucking sprinters by the looks of it. Okay. We don't have enough energy to go all out all the way, so we're going to have to sort of ride this level until we make it to the end, because otherwise we're going to burn out. I should probably have gone slightly less hard on that descent, really. That's a good thing to know for next time. Alternatively, I shouldn't have chugged all of our juice before we reach the end. Okay, that's 5k to go. So what we're aiming for here is there is a time
5
bonus
kilometers.
for...
It will be very complicated for the breakaway. If it manages to hold off the peloton,
There's a time
it will
bonus
be
for
a
the
real
first, second, and
exploit.
third of the line. We want that time bonus. I don't know if we'll get it because we're not a sprinter, but if we can sort of keep up with this group, we at least don't lose any time, which
With
is
less than
probably
3
what
kilometers
matters.
to go, the final sprint is taking shape. The lead-out men are in place, and the sprinters will soon move into action.
Because I don't have... Well, I do, it's the peloton. But I don't think any of my boys are towards the front. No! Shit. Fuck. No. Oh, but... That may have... That single, like, oops we've just had may have been enough to fuck us.
Here comes the red pennant.
We're not a sprinter, we're not going to win this. But we might get a decent place. No. Yeah, we weren't expecting a win on that stage because we didn't have a sprinter, but that's fine. Yeah, so none of that really matters.
A few minutes ago,
Oh.
he will climb onto the tops.
None of them are wearing helmets there. This game likes to glitch
Well
when you
done,
quit out.
lads. You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying. We got off to a good start, and we...
Okay, so that is we are at 3 hours 40 and 51 minutes. Stage 2 is where we can start to do some damage, because as a decent climber we do have it in us to actually like win this stage if we want to. I just don't want to kill our guy if we can avoid it. Like, Pitcock and Adam Yates are both the favourites for this. Philippe Pagano was actually a really bad pick because he's a fucking, like, time trial specialist. Okay. We're going to take Egan Bernal, and if Egan Bernal
Hello, cycling
runs out
fans
of
everywhere.
energy, we
The
switch
last
over to
climb
Adam
counting
Yates.
towards the mountains classification may prove key in today's win. With its summit lying less than 8 kilometers from the finish, the punchers will have a golden opportunity to go on the
One.
attack and eliminate those riders who are fastest in the sprint.
So I think we wait until after that first sprint, realistically.
Guys, the last
I don't think...
thing of the mountain's climb is the decisive
I don't know if it's worth us...
moment of the day. You've got to be well placed at that point.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth us trying to do an insane breakaway.
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the
We're not...
overall stand.
And we're not
We can
aiming to
let them
win
go.
or anything. Like, we're not aiming to win, like, the mountains or anything. We're just aiming to win GC. So... Yeah. But... Essentially, there's nothing useful for us until
Breakaway is 3 kilometers from the
after
intermediate
this,
sprint.
after the intermediate sprint, which we don't care
There will
about
be
particularly.
5, 3, 2, and 1 point to be taken for the first 4 riders at the next King of the Mountains summit.
We just don't want to burn out too quickly is the real
Peloton is riding hard.
sort of
Stay
thought
well
here.
placed. Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication
Yeah.
is important. That's why we have team comm.
Is someone on so Ghana is on protects Egan Bernal. That's good. So if we try and break away, Filippo Ganna should come with us.
The next class is
So what
classified
I'm
as third
thinking is, you
category.
see that
There will be
bunch
2
of
and 1 point available towards the polka dot jersey.
the sort of two. Hopefully, we'll catch the breakaway before these 2 Cat 3 climbs before the end.
The gap between the peloton and the escapees is
Essentially, the
stable.
hope is that we can. There's nothing I can do at this point particularly. But what I'm
next 2
sort of
difficulties are
aiming
ranked
to
as
do.
third
I know this is thrilling content.
Each will thus earn
This
2
is where we
points
make our
and
move.
1 point for the first 2 riders over the summit.
This is where we make our move. Is on. If this doesn't work, I'm going to check which team Pogacar was
race
on,
is
because
1.5 minutes lead on the
Pogacar
peloton.
may be the answer to this. Pogacar is just such a good rider. Like, we might be able to world record our way, get our way to world record with him. To pog our way to a world record. These guys are all going very hard. We don't really care about the points. What I care about is trying to get away after this climb. Okay, I'm taking this corner way too tight, which means it's... But that's fine. Okay. I think we'll be good here. I think by the time we get to the next Cat 3, we should... as long as I don't descend badly, we should be... We should be in with a... We've got 20 seconds on the peloton currently. Less than 20 seconds. Because peloton is going hard and we're not actually going downhill yet is the issue.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake.
I'm
It will
aware.
soon start to move in the peloton.
So yeah, we need to try and make as much time on these descents
Breakaway is
as
unlikely
well as
to
the
go all the way,
ascents.
guys. Watch out for counter moves.
Bonk.
A teammate has just been dropped.
Not Ben
Can't
Swift,
count on him
a guy I definitely shouldn't have added to the team. So we know for next time that Ben Swift is kind of useless. Like, not particularly useful for this. The Trois Jours de Provence. He's not the rider we need, particularly. We have managed to also succeed in completely destroying the peloton and breaking it in half. Another thing that's fun is that this Cat 3 is like only halfway up this hill. It's not even anywhere near the actual top. I'm going to start riding again
It asks
because...
his teammates to chase you down because you're dangerous for the overall standings. You're going to have to try and hold out.
Yeah, I'm going to ride hard here because we can make some time up on this one. I mean, the yellow jersey has what? 10 seconds on us currently? Okay, so they're just there. We're so close. We're 45 seconds behind them. I don't think we'll catch them before the end of this climb, but we are close enough that I reckon we can get them before the end of
Last time checked with a breakaway.
Before that.
1 minute.
Cat 3. And even if the quote-unquote peloton get us, that's not a big group of guys. How are we about to 40 seconds behind them. What the fuck? How are they making such good time? How are they making such insane time? There are 2 of them.
The race is now onto a long downhill section that will quickly bring the riders to the foot of the last climb. A climb, as mentioned, that should prove decisive for stage victory.
So yeah, once we're descending, I'm going to stop going as all out as I am so that we can descend. Because we need energy for this last climb to try and... If we want any chance of... If we want any chance of beating the rest of the peloton of the race even on the final climb, which isn't, I can't remember what that one is, the cold or whatever. Godot's group is only 20 seconds behind us again, which isn't ideal, but that's fine. Okay, it wouldn't actually be a bad idea to catch up with them or like let them catch us for the time being, because then we'd have some teammates. Because they have quarters now. They have the rest of our guys. Okay, now I'm gonna speed ahead until we.
The breakaway's managing to hold off the peloton.
Okay, no, we're
gap
not.
seems to have stabilized.
It's not stabilized. It's not stabilized.
Come on, guys. You're soon going to have to position yourselves at the front. The final climb is coming up. It's
Okay. Why are we not at the fucking front?
The gap is growing. Don't worry. They're not well placed in
Yeah,
the
but
overall standing.
that's... Oh, for fuck's sake. This is what happens when you fast forward in this game. It destroys... It punishes you for not wanting to play, like,
The final climb
an
has just
awful lot
begun.
of
The strongest riders
absolutely
will surely be on the attack in order to
no
try to finish
gameplay.
alone.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
We're a minute behind, but that minute should disappear very quickly. Okay. Oh, it's La Course Loop. Okay. On the black section is probably the time we want to attack, because I don't think many other people will be able to keep up with us there. Being the climber that we are as
30 seconds
Egan
lead for the
Bernal,
head of the race.
this sort of black
He's trying to
section
get out of the peloton.
is
Watch out.
our moment to attack. And we're like crawling up here. It's 17%. We are stuck behind some guys is part of the issue.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
But we are managing to ride faster than some of these guys. Because this is like 18% gradient. This is ridiculous. Okay. Ooh.
The leader was in danger, but he's once again leading the overall standings.
Yeah, he won't be if I make it over the line first, is the thing.
His team is after you because he's surely aiming for the stage win. Go do your utmost.
I am doing my utmost. I am doing my
You were
utmost.
first over the top of the climb. That's good.
Thank you. I find the British man yelling at me quite reassuring.
He's been dropped. The stage is too much for him.
Why was Taylor cycling? It's a fucking incredibly, like downhill section. Okay, we got 5.6k to go. There are 14 of us in this league group. We've established in the last stage we're not the best sprinter. So if we want to win this, we probably have to break away first. Oh, Adam's behind us.
A teammate has just been dropped.
That's fine.
Can't count on him any longer.
Okay, so it's us and Egan Bernal. Oh, it's us and Adam Yates
We're
even.
provisional leaders. Come on. Keep at it.
Only 5 kilometers left for the men in front.
So we have a 2 in 10 chance Or 2 in 9, actually, now. As we drop more and more guys. I'm also just going to get Adam to chug his jugs.
I'll consume a feed.
It's very... I can't tell you to chug your...
It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate.
We may even want to switch to Adam Yates here and... because we are functionally leading him out. Do you want to chug your blue gel as well? I kind of want to switch to him. I think he's better for this stage.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
I'm consuming my feed. He's in
Another
far
3
better
kilometers and it's
shape.
the finish.
Tans don't even fucking dare.
He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out.
So luckily I don't think anyone in this group is a sprinter. So we at least have that on our side.
There's only 1 kilometer to go for the men at the front. They'll have to settle it with a sprint.
He's putting his foot on the pedal because he's a danger to the overall standings.
Second. We'll take second.
You'll soon have no more
We can take second. That
for an
does.
attack.
Okay. We now have to wait for like a year for like the very not great riders to arrive at the end. Yeah, look, they all T-pose and the helmets go into the front of people's faces, which is beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us we can say
Okay.
that he tops the
We're not first, but that's fine.
The podium is good, but I was expecting more from you. We should have won.
My guy, my dude. You can never appease this man. We are second place overall. We are 4 seconds behind Rigoberto Urán. 6 hours 50. So we have about 3 hours 30 for this final stage.
It's the final stage, guys. The profile is special, with one major difficulty that should decide between the climbers. The scenario looks to be simple, and everything should be settled.
And we have 2 guys who are realistic options for this. So Urán was 11th in the world records run. This is the thing, Adam Yates is a fundamentally better sprinter, which is why I think we go with him. Okay, I think it's those
Good
2
morning,
cat 2s
ladies
at the
and
end which are
gentlemen.
going to be what
Today's
decide
stage
this
should
for
be full of
us.
suspense. The 2 climbs placed just before the finish will enable the fittest riders to try
It's
their
so
luck on a
fun, they
solo
made
route.
one
But they will then have
they
to
made
hold out to
one
the
model
finish,
for this.
located 8 kilometers after the summit.
I'm also going to send Geraint Thomas. No, we're going to send Pitcock to attack, because that'll be fun.
The riders are straight away into the thick of things with the Côte de Bois-Rousset climb.
Like, the AI, if you tell it
The
to
time
attack,
gap
is
between
very
the
bad at
peloton and the
attacking.
escapees is stationary.
None of them particularly matter. So we just need to beat fucking Rigoberto
The breakaway
Urán
can't widen the gap.
by about... We need to beat him on that final sprint, essentially. And we have 2 guys who can do it. The alternative is we outclimb him, which I'll try with Egan
The time
Bernal.
gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary.
Geraint Thomas is our leader for this stage. He's a good cyclist, but like he's not been doing much in this race. He's a couple of minutes
You
down.
must constantly try to
as far as
shelter
I'm
from the
aware.
wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
What I will get him to do is protect me on those
The
final
peloton is riding
climbs.
hard. Stay well placed.
I'm sure this isn't the pro strat just sitting here
Tempo is
doing this.
increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
But fundamentally, this is going to come down to like some good sprinting,
At the
like some
front of the
good
race,
climbing on the
it's
last
time
two
to pick up
climbs.
something to eat.
It's so thrilling gameplay.
There will be 1 point to be had towards the polka dot jersey at the top of the next climb.
Okay, so Pidcock is dying.
The end of the stage
I should have
is
told
not
him
far
to
off.
eat.
Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
Okay. No. It's not.
The first 15 to pass the intermediate sprint score
Ah,
points towards the green jersey.
fuck that up, didn't I?
1.5 minutes lead for the head of the race over the favourites.
I don't know if it's a bluff, but the breakaway looks to be increasing the pace at the front of the race.
Okay. So what I want to do now is set Filippo Ganna to protect Egan Bernal, and then set Egan Bernal to protect me.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
This is the plan, anyway. So the concept is, as a team,
breakaway
the
increased
three of
its
us
lead
can
of the
drag
yellow
ourselves
jersey
up the hill. Oh, and there's Pidcock there. Okay. My boys. My sweet, sweet boys. We're gonna... I don't actually need them to... It's the next climb when I think we want to do something important.
The gap between
Unless
the
someone
favourites
attacks.
group and the front is 30 seconds. There will be 5 points for the first to the top.
Unless, I don't know if... So here's the question. Do we try and get one of these attacks? I think we do. Fuck it. The thing is, the peloton will start riding hard because I'm a threat.
Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy to attack. You are 30 seconds ahead of the favorites group.
Okay. And we've still got Egan Bernal for if I fail, fundamentally. But we're riding hard. I'm gonna have like half of my red juice. Because we're going to need it for the next climb as well.
They're riding hard behind. This isn't the moment to relax.
What is the song? I've been listening to the Glee soundtrack on repeat, and this will come up. This will be important later for several reasons. But okay, we need some blue juice. Just give me a second, I need to check something. Twitch just yelled something at me and I need to check what it was. And gifted a... No, someone's gifted me a stuff for someone who I've never heard of. Ooh, ominous. Thank you though, if that was you and you're watching.
A teammate has just been dropped.
No, not Ben
Can't count on him any
Swift.
You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
Okay, we need to recover some energy now though. We have done some damage. And now I do need to recover some energy before this final climb, because that's where it's going to come down to.
The yellow jerseys just joined up with the lead group.
And
The
this...
riders will have a 5-kilometer shelf before starting the final difficulty of this stage. They will also have to be wary of the wind, that if blowing hard, could hamper their advance towards the line.
Egan Bernal, what are you doing? What are you doing, Egan Bernal? You have so little energy. I think you may need to check your blue juice.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Why are we riding hard? Okay, if we're just doing this again, we may as well.
The Col du Ferry is a 4.3-kilometer ascent at 6.8%.
I have so little energy.
Enough
How I
to
fuck
enable a rider
this?
to edge clear, but he'll have to sustain the effort right to the finishing line.
Have I fucked this is the question I'm now asking myself. We do have Grant Thomas as well, who is the other option. But yeah, I don't know if we have the energy to do this. I may have fucked
It
this.
is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate.
And it is exposed to wind, which will make it even harder to break away. Utterly horrific ASMR. Okay. Fundamentally, we're not riding that hard at the moment, so I think we should just sort of ride to try and maintain some energy.
This last climb is classified as second category. Therefore, the stage winner will score 5 points in the polka dot jersey classification.
Watch out, lads. There's wind at the top. If it's coming from the front, stay well tucked in. Don't uncover yourselves too soon.
Yeah, we don't want to do it.
Acceleration. You've got to try and follow him.
We don't want to do what they're doing because the wind, this like headwind, is gonna completely fuck us all over.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers.
We want to
from
tuck
the
ourselves
summit.
in this little gap. This is a fun visual effect they brought on Unity.
Keep an eye on him. He's the best climber in the breakaway.
Okay. Geraint Thomas is out of energy. Drink your blue juice.
I'll consume a feed.
I hate him not being Welsh. Geraint Thomas is famously Welsh. It's cursed that they've just given everyone like about 5 different accents to choose from. He's got such a lovely accent in real life. Okay, we can't afford to stop. And it's kind of flat from here is the issue. I may have fucked this, gamers. We want to stay with that group because otherwise we...
Reduce speed a bit, otherwise you'll hit the wall.
I'm just going to go fast for a second so we can... We can then catch up with these cunts.
We're professional leaders. Come on, keep at it.
Yeah, Rigoberto Urán has just run out of energy.
Chasing after you. You must hold
I don't have the energy to hold out.
5 kilometers for the lead riders.
My guys have just died, is the problem. But we are provisional leader just because we have that time advantage from the last stage.
Try to manage things so that you don't
That's
blow
what
up
I'm
before
trying
the
to
line.
do. That's what I'm trying to do. It's enough of a downhill that we can sort of go pretty chill and it's not too much of a problem.
At less than 3 kilometers from the finish, no one has managed to gain the upper hand. If no one attacks, it will be decided in a sprint.
No, and we don't have the energy for a sprint is the thing, but we also don't have the energy for
Only 2 kilometers
an
left for
attack
the lead
particularly.
riders. No one has yet gained an advantage over his rivals. This should come down to a sprint.
Yep, unfortunately this is going to come down to a sprint. We're not a bad sprinter is the thing. We just might not have the
The
energy to
leading men
maintain
will
it.
soon be under the red pennant. Who will
So-
come out on top today?
This is the last kilometer. Go, go, one more.
Right, let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. We win!
You seem to be running on empty. Lift
We win!
your foot if you don't want to blow up.
We did it! We did it, gamers. Beautiful. Beautiful. They all T-pose. And taste blood. I don't know why. I'm assuming
He
it's...
is all smiles as he climbs onto the podium. Applaud him. Here is today's stage winner.
Oh, it's so creepy.
He's amongst the weekends. He's in.
So now we see the time. Let's remember,
Well done, lad.
so
Congratulations to you.
the time that
You're
we're
the pre-race
aiming for,
favourites, and you lived up to the role with brio. Well done for this win.
the time that we're aiming for is
Finish with the yellow jersey.
10 hours,
It's
29 minutes, and 8
Congratulations to you all.
seconds
You rode a great race.
is what we're
I'm proud of
aiming
you.
for. 10 hours, 29 minutes, and 8 seconds is what we're aiming for. And we got... No, we're 3 minutes behind. No. Okay, we are 3 minutes behind the world record. But that's second place. It is last place as well. But that's fine. We unlocked a new race though. What have we unlocked? Eurotour. Have the Vlaanderen Classic or Innsbruck? No one has done the Vlaanderen Classic. We can do the Vlaanderen Classic now and get the world records. So that was second place. So the question is, do we want to do another run? Do we want to do another run, or do we want so with the Free Jours de Provence that we've just done, I think part of our issue was I'm not sure where we lost that 3 minutes is the thing. We need to work out how to gain 3 minutes of in-game time, which is doable. I think part of it is that headwind at the front at the final bit of the race isn't necessarily something that's always blowing. So our issue is that it essentially comes down to RNG, whether you lose time from that headwind. Maybe. I could be wrong. I think I want to check something though, because I think I just want to check which team Pogačar is on. Pogačar is Okay, there is a way we can check this, which is just go race, Tour de France, continue, bonk, and find the one that has Pogacar on it. Pogacar is UAE Team Emirates. Should we do a Trésor de Provence again and try and with UAE Team Emirates and try and okay, we want Rafael Majka, but we also want Poggers. We want Trentin instead of... Why are we not bringing our best is the question. Gavria is better than Christoph at least. And then for the... I think we've got our best. Yeah, we don't want to bring in time trialers is the thing. Which is, I think, one of the mistakes we made last time. So I think our aim is to have Pogacar win.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Welcome to the briefing for this first stage. The main thing to grasp today is that the route is flat and it harbors no particular difficulties. A sprint finish is more than likely. We can finish on the podium, or even win if all goes well. I'm
going to get yelled at by the guy if we don't win. It's going to make me sad. This guy is yelling... So much of my life is this guy yelling at me now. Okay. I think Poggers is the guy who can do it, even though he's a mountain rider.
Hello, everyone.
He's not a
The
sprinter,
sprinters are likely to have
Pogacar.
ambitions of victory today, but it can't be taken
But
for granted.
he's a very
They'll have to
powerful
stay
rider.
touch on the Col de la Jeunesse or see their hopes evaporate.
One of the most powerful riders, Sophie. Oh, we've been blocked in. Have we got a guy we want to send on a little adventure? Okay, not you. Costa, do you want to go on a little adventure?
Okay, I'll put in a big accelerator.
And we are going to want to set a high tempo just all 3 days, I think.
Could cause problems for the sprinters, but it's still fairly easy going. The race would really have to be out of control in the closing stretch if we are to avoid a mass sprint finish.
Okay. We've now set like a decent tempo. This is the thing that we weren't using last time, is controlling, sort of managing
1
our
minute
team.
for the breakaway. It's looking good.
That's something that we're doing this time, and that should help us.
Well, on flat stages, that's not where you see the most drama. You can accelerate forward if you think that nothing important...
Let's set a high tempo again, to try and...
The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing.
And this does kill some of our guys, but that's fine.
The breakaway is losing ground.
The gap is increasing. We don't
Okay.
need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
No, but we don't
Time
care about the
difference
breakaway, we
between
care
the
about
peloton
the
and the breakaway
overall
is steady.
time. So,
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
once we get to these sort
5
of
kilometers before
hilly
the intermediate
areas, we'll
sprint.
start...
There will be 20 points for whoever is
I'm gonna go for the intermediate sprint.
first over the line.
We've got a sprinter, so we may as well try and go for the sprint, because it should also... If we go hard here, it speeds up the peloton slightly as well.
The race is now entering the feed zone.
Bonk. Shit. Guess we don't need those sprint points. Okay, now we can switch back to poggers. I should have written down our times for each stage. I assume there's not a speedrun timer for this game. Gavria just dying.
The breakaway is losing ground.
We've just left the feed zone, so there's no point to me. Let's set high tempo for a wee minute as we go over these this like hilly bit to try and... No, let's go back to minimum tempo, please.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
So, because we're actually playing the game this time instead of just holding the skip button,
The gap is decreasing, guys.
hopefully...
The peloton should be there for the stage win.
Hopefully it should
The
be
head
better
of the race
this
is
time.
1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
I should have written down what our record was last time, shouldn't I? What we'll do once we finish this stage, we'll go into the VOD and we'll get our times. We're going to jank together our own speedrun tracking thing. We're going to have to jank together one because there won't be one for the in-game times in this game. So I'm going to have to get notepads
Last time check with the breakaway. 1 minute.
on a separate...
The breakaway is holding off the
Can we set high tempo
but it's going to be
quickly?
difficult.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
Right. I'm gonna be silly on the Côte de Jeunesse
Looks like the
again.
breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap. There will be 1 point to be earned for the mountains classification at the top of the Col de la Gineste.
I'm gonna ride super hard here. And we won't catch them. But it should do some damage and help us get over the top. We are going to catch them if we keep up this speed. This is also a more sustainable speed than the sprint speed I used to do before I worked out that you could do this. It's fast, but it's a sustainable fast. It's not...
The breakaway will soon be at the top of the Gineste climb, but its lead is too small.
Okay, so
to hope for
chugging that
victory.
does nothing.
The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
Yeah, I know they're 2k from the climb.
30 seconds lead for the
I
head of
want
the
to
race.
work out if I can switch off the guy, because he's vaguely annoying. Okay, for some reason we can't chug, which is somewhat annoying. But this is not something you would do in a real race. Have the yellow jersey contender sort of dragging the peloton.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
Dragging the peloton into...
Another few kilometers downhill before entering Marseille.
Okay, let's recover our energy, because one of the issues we had last time is we wasted all our energy here and then we couldn't sprint at the end. All the noises in this are so viscerally horrible. Like,
He's in trouble.
The
Not
brakes
sure that he'll be there
noise
for the sprint.
is perhaps one of the worst. Okay, this is some good energy recovery though. And it will let us drink again now.
Now it's flat and almost straight all the way to the finishing line.
Okay, so now we're just going to go hard. For the final 6K. We can do this. I'm feeling good about this.
5 kilometers. It will be very complicated for the breakaway. If it manages to hold off the peloton, it will be a
Yeah,
real
it won't
exploit.
manage to hold off the peloton based on the fact that we are here.
Bunched peloton.
And we're just gonna zoop past them. I think our best
Less than 3
hope is
kilometers to
I
go. The final sprint is taking shape.
sprint early
That men are in place,
and hope
the
I can keep
sprinters
it.
will soon move
I can
into
keep
action.
it up for longer than I can just. No, that seems like a bad idea. No, shit.
Here comes the red pennant.
Okay.
Go! 1 kilometer. Give it all you've got.
Again, I fucked that, but I fucked it better than last time. That was better than last time, I can tell you that much. We're gonna get yelled at by the guy again. I love how they all just T-pose. The same visual gets
A few
happened.
minutes ago, he's among he tops.
Oh, Mark Cavendish won. That's fun. We like Mark.
We could have hoped for better than a top 5 place today. The podium seemed possible. It's a pity. We could have hoped for a better start, but it doesn't matter.
So that is 3:36:27. Last time, if I go into the VOD quickly. Okay. No, I want the VOD for the first stage. That's the Col de Jeunesse. Sorry. I'm gonna change this so you can see what I'm looking at instead of me just... Okay. We are 4 minutes ahead of where we were last time. We could do the rest of the race exactly the same. Okay. So I'm gonna get Notepad open really quick. I mean, I could just do this in text in Streamlabs, couldn't I? Add. Text. No. I know what, no. Give me a second. Where's Notepad? Does Notepad exist still? Yes, there it is. So I want to go then add window capture, add source, window, Notepad, done. We're going to put that kind of, we'll work out where it is once we're on the, once we're in, but okay. Stage 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the time and then the total time. And then we're... So, world record. So the world record is, as we all remember, 10, 29, 08. In attempt 1, stage 1 was 3, 341, 341. Stage 1 was 341, 41 and 1. Stage 2, if we skip ahead, this box, how do I zoom this in? There we go, that's better. So that's attempt 1. Stage 2 was, if we now skip ahead to Stage 2, we came second. So it was... We did that in 3 hours, 9 minutes and 30 seconds, which put our total time to 6 hours, 50 and 6:50 and 5. And our final time after stage 3 was 3 hours, 42, 3:42, 35. Which then added up to to 10, 32, 30, so 10:32, 34, which is plus. I can't do maths is the problem. So the time difference there is 3 minute. $26. So that's our time difference over world record on stage 1. Nice. So then this time I cannot use Notepad. This is really exciting content, I'm sure. Was 3:36, 3:36:27. 3:36:27. Slash dunk. So that is minus 3. So that's minus 3. 34. Yeah, it's minus 334. So if we keep up that pace, we will beat the world record by... Well, if we keep up this pace, we will beat the world record by... We'll keep up the world record by... I need to add on the splits. Less large. I'll work out when we get into the stage where to put them. Give me a second. Top right corner is the best place. Okay. So that's where we are at the moment. So if we can keep this up, we should beat world record. Let's keep going then. I think a lot of that was probably just down to the fact that we were actually like using some of the controls of this game. So we are the favourite to win this stage, as is. If we can
Hello,
just
cycling fans everywhere. The last climb counting
if we
towards
can
the
just
mountain's
control the
classification
race
may prove
until
key
that
in today's
final
win.
climb,
With its summit lying less than 8 kilometers from the finish, the punchers will have a golden opportunity to go on the attack and eliminate those riders
Costa, I want you to follow attacks.
who are fastest in the sprint.
Okay.
Breakaway didn't get far. Watch out for counter moves.
We're going to let the breakaway get a bit of a distance away.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay
Okay, Costa's killing himself, so that's...
well placed.
Just go back to that. We want to manage the time gap, is the thing. And if we set them to do that, they should try and actually manage the time gap. Which is what we want.
The breakaway is
Why are you...
3 kilometers.
Okay, we're going to briefly swap over to Tantan, who is our best sprinter,
From the intermediate
so that we can try and get 4th place on this sprint. I don't think we will, especially if we mess up like last time, but oh well. It will help, I imagine. Just riding really hard here should help us a bit.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
Fuck. Unless we do that again. Unless I do that and do exactly what I did.
He's a good climber puncher over any kind of
Oh well,
obstacle.
we got some points at least. Okay. Now we want to switch back to Pogs. And I want to go kind of hard here, if we can. If we don't get trapped by these two guys. I want to see if I can escape.
There will be
If
5,
this is
3,
doable.
2 and 1 point to be taken for the first 4 riders at the next King of the Mountains summit.
Because we've got a feed zone ahead anyway. This might be doable. This is the thing, for some of these world records for this game, we can literally quick stage and we'll get the world record. Is the thing.
I can't see them letting you get away. You might as well sit up.
Yeah, they're not letting me get away. But we have sped them up, and that's what matters. Is by doing this attack, it does damage us in the short term, but it also forces the peloton to ride hard to catch us. And if these guys want to win, they can't let me win. Essentially, is their thinking.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
Oh, they've dropped one of them. Gonna chug. I think now is as good a time as any to chug. We're going pretty hard, but I think we have to, because not going hard just messes it up for everything. And if we can gain even more time here, that would be ideal. Okay, we're about to catch up valets.
He goes to the top of the climber standing. Here's the positions over the last climb.
The gap is decreasing. The peloton has not given up.
No, we haven't given up. We haven't, yeah. That's English. Now we want to recover as much energy as we can on this descent. There we go, that was better than some of the ones we've done.
Time gap stabilized.
We stabilized the time gap. Okay, and this group of 30 people has five of my team.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
Let me out.
30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
To be fair, we
The
don't
brake is still
want to
locked
kill
up.
ourselves
It's
here.
difficult to escape today.
We want to try and recover some energy now.
The next climb is classified as third category. There will be 2 and 1 point available towards the polka dot jersey.
This is a climb when we could do some fun, potentially.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb.
We could have some fun on this climb, theoretically.
Breakaway over.
If we can get through the group is the one issue. There's no gaps. Mark Cavendish also probably won't maintain his lead into the end of this stage because he's a sprinter and this is a fundamentally anti-sprinter stage.
He won't let you out because you're dangerous for the overall standings. You should wait a bit more before trying something.
No, I'm not trying something for the stage. I just want these mountain points.
You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
Thank you. And I just like this guy's positive affirmations. That's most of why I do anything now, is because this British guy tells me that what I'm doing is good. There's not much point in doing anything otherwise. We're going to let them catch us now, but we have done what we wanted to there.
A teammate is beginning to lose touch.
Oh no, we've lost Ulysses. It's a fun name. Sounds like Ulysses. Okay. Yeah, set a high tempo, please. We want to drop as many fucking riders as we can if we at this point. We got 50 kilometers to go.
Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute.
We're doing our big descent. Okay.
King of the mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
This is a section we don't really care about. It's the final climb where we have to do damage.
The end of the stage is not far off.
And I think
Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the peloton.
yeah, like
The race
Oh,
is now
Micah got
into a
2
long
points there.
downhill section that will quickly bring the riders
we're going to
the
recover
foot of
some
the last
energy
climb.
here.
A climb, as mentioned, that should prove decisive for stage victory.
And then once we get to the bottom of this
Come on,
climb,
guys. You're soon going to have to position yourselves at the front. The final climb
are we not
coming
positioned
up.
at the front?
It's important to be well placed.
We should be positioned at the fucking front. Why are we not positioned at the front?
Breakaway over. The
Because it's...
riders are at the decisive point of this stage with the ascent of the
I'm
Col
so
sur
far
Loup,
behind, I
a
hate
short
this.
climb, but very steep,
I hate
since
this.
the
I
average
hate this. We should
percentage
not be
is
this far
10%.
behind. Oh, this... Oh, we're back on this one.
The first rider to the top of the climb will pocket 5 points towards the mountain standings.
Which isn't what we care about. What we care about
He has
is...
his guys to maintain the tempo. Watch him. He must feel able to win the stage.
Yeah, so we need to go hard, but we also can't really try
The
anything
final
yet.
climb has just begun. The strongest riders will surely go on the attack in order to try to finish alone. The breakaway is managing to hold off the peloton. The gap seems to have stabilized.
We want to be near
King
the
of
front
mountain
now.
sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. A teammate has just been dropped.
Yeah, that's fine. Rafa Micah went hard earlier, so it's not surprising that we've lost him. Now this is an insane climb. Like, I would be going backwards if I tried to cycle up this. The fact that they can even go like 12 kilometers an hour up here is crazy to me. And we're just dropping people like... Oh no, we're not actually dropping people. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? No, 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 no. Every second lost is a... Every second matters, like in game. And in... Okay. I think we're just gonna have to aim to win in a sprint. I don't care about the mountain points particularly. Actually I do. I want the 5 points.
He takes the virtual lead of the overall standing.
What do you mean Adam Yates takes the fucking virtual lead? How dare he?
We've got enough of a points lead for the polka dot jersey.
I've got the polka
No
dot
way
jersey.
we can lose it today. Keep it up.
Okay, it's faster to aerodynamic.
Provisional leaders. Come on. Keep
Stop.
at it.
It's faster to aerodynamic down there than it is to... Okay, and now there's like, as far as I remember, there's this little like short uphill, and then we get to the final sort of sprint. And unlike last time, we have energy. Ish.
Only 5 kilometers left for the men in front.
Sample d'avance. We just need to be ready to sprint. Because, yeah, there's multiple... The other teams have multiple guys in this, we do not, so we're at an inherent disadvantage. But that's fine. Okay, we're zooming, we're zooming, we're zooming, we're zooming, we're zooming. going to come down to the line. We're at Vance. If we can win this stage, that's even better.
There's only 1 kilometre to go for the men at the front. They'll have to settle it with a sprint.
Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
And we win. We did it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. I just had a panic there that I had unplugged my mic and it was scary. But no. That my mic had been muted this whole time. Look. Perfect. We timed that one, honestly, exactly how we should have.
He succeeded in avoiding all the pitfalls to win today. He's in. He will climb.
We did it. I think Pogacar was the play.
Well done,
It's a
lad.
lazy play, but it's a play.
Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role with
3:04:22.
brio. Well done for this win. We take the yellow jersey. It's a perfect day.
So that's... So again, that's 5 minutes faster. That's 5 minutes faster than we were last time. So overall, that's 6. I know I'm writing this wrong, but that is 9 minutes. 9 minutes and 26 seconds that we are now ahead. So if we don't mess up this last stage and if we get good RNG, we have potentially got the world record by quite a margin. But we have to get it first. It's time. It's time, gamers. Should I put some dramatic music on? Give me a second. I have a plan. Is it this one? I'm gonna loop this. It's time.
It's the final stage.
This is really loud.
The profile is special, with one major difficulty that should decide between the climbers. The scenario looks to be simple, and everything should be settled on the final climb. In theory, things are set in concrete. Given our lead, we shouldn't be troubled for the general classification. Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, Dad. Here we go. This is such good music. For a cycling race, this is incredibly cursed music.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today's stage should be full of suspense. The 2 climbs placed just before the finish will enable the
Okay,
fittest
let's do
riders
this.
to try their luck on a solo win. But they will then have to hold out to the finish, located 8 kilometers after the summit.
So functionally what we have learned here is if you actually play the game, you have a way better chance of winning than you do if you... Okay.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit. Go, guys. You've got to
This
keep
song is going to be
defend the yellow
looping
jersey.
the whole time, so enjoy this. Okay, we need to set a high tempo here.
The breakaway can't widen the gap.
Yeah, we need to rein them in. Okay. I've never played Halo 3
The time gap between
or
the
2. I've
peloton
only
and
played the
SKP
original
is
Halo and
stationary.
some of the other ones. We should do some Halo streams at some point. That could be fun. I don't think they're good games, but it could be fun.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy.
So yeah, another big
This is
thing
what
that will
allows the
matter
rider to make it
is...
clear at the end of the race.
Functionally, it's going to be those last 2 climbs that decide this.
Tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
There's 8 of them in the breakaway. I don't love that.
The leaders are beginning the Côte de Tuileries climb.
Yeah, this is a
classified
climb
as
that
third
fundamentally
category.
doesn't matter. So we're just going to
At
zoom
the
through
front
it.
of the race,
All of
it's
these
time to
these
pick up
these
something to
little
eat. The
climbs
gap
at
with
the
a yellow
start. Oh fuck.
is melting away. The SKPs will have difficulties going all
Ah,
the way to
fuck.
the finish.
Yeah. So we are managing the time gap currently. None of these people in
There will
the
be 1
break
point to be
are
had towards
any
the polka dot
particular
jersey at the top
threat
of the
at the
next
front.
climb.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will
Okay.
soon start to move in the peloton.
The first 15 to pass the intermediate sprint score points
Here we
towards the
go.
green jersey.
We don't care about the intermediate sprint particularly. But what we do
riders
care
up
about
front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group.
is this. Now this first climb isn't where we make our move, it's the second climb. I think.
Here we go. The front of the race is on the Côte de Cabri, a 7.6 kilometre climb at 5.8%. The breakaway increased its lead on the yellow jersey group.
An attack. We've got to react. He's
Oh,
dangerous.
fucking Dan Martin. Dan Martin, you are not going. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do, 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 do-do-do. This is incredibly tense. If we win this, we can officially call this channel. We can officially say that I, as a streamer, am a speedrunner, and I am the world record holder in Tour de France 2022, the Les Trois Jours de Provence. And then we can continue our quest for more of these on future
A
streams.
teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
It's so dramatic. It's so dramatic. One of our guys has just been shot down. Or whatever. I don't know how Halo works. I don't know what this music actually plays over. Oh shit. Tails is going. Can't have Tails
5
going.
points for the first to the top. The gap is 1 minute between the favourites and the guy in the front.
Yeah. And we're going to catch them before the end of this climb. Wet, 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 indeed. Le voila. So last time we were running on completely empty by the time we made it to the end of... I just want to check the... Yeah. So we have some sort of time to recover after this before the next climb. And then from the next climb we go straight onto the... We go straight onto the that sort of windy section, which we are desperately hoping is not windy. What are these suckers? I think Evans was the one threat in that group. Maybe he wasn't.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
And I am 2.2. Just powering past these people. This is what it feels like to play as someone in this game who's good.
between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds. The breakaway is being reeled in. It will be difficult to withstand the return of the yellow jersey.
Yeah, they're not going to be able to withstand me. We're doing this. We don't care about the points over this time, but like the mountain jersey would be cool if we get it, but it's not the end of the world. Okay. We're now gonna just go a bit chill for this next section because
The lead rider
we
has
need to
30
recover.
seconds on the favourites. The riders will have a 5-kilometre shelf before starting the final difficulty of this stage. They will also have to be wary of the wind, that if blowing hard, could hamper their advance towards the line.
Please don't be blowing hard wind. Okay, this music is very funny when it's just slow bike riding. I'm so nervous. Whoever wrote this song, the Halo Warthog music, it's such a fucking good song. Okay, the group behind our group will look like they're about to catch up. Well, that's fine. We just need energy to get of these last sort of sections. That's where the time is really gonna sort of matter. I don't trust the self-ride for energy recovery. It has failed me in the past. What I don't love is that all of these riders have been...
The Col du Ferry is a 4.3-kilometre ascent at 6.8%.
None of these guys are
Enough to
riding.
enable a rider to edge clear, but he'll have to sustain the effort right to the finishing line.
Okay, we do have blue juice on that last time. Is the thing. So let's do this. Okay, Hamilton. You're a shit musical, you're not escaping me. No! That might be the run ruined. But we have more guys. It's very important. It's a very important thing to take into account. We have a lot more guys.
This last climb is classified as second category. Therefore, the stage winner will score 5 points in the polka dot jersey classification.
Watch out, lads. There's wind at the top. If it's coming from the front, stay well tucked in. Don't uncover yourselves too soon.
Yeah, I'm trying to tuck in. I'm trying to tuck in with my boys. Just me and the boys tucking in. Dan Martin trying to push me off the road. Okay, 9k. I'm juicing up for the final part of the ride. We're preparing. It does flatten out slightly once we get to the top. Balcamolima, why? Okay, Balcamolima just died. Okay. We don't care about mountain points. These guys can sort of kill themselves for mountain points. We just care about having the energy to make it to the end. Yeah, we are now riding directly into a headwind, which is terrible for us. We can do this though. I don't want to let Bennett escape, but I also don't want to, like, waste all my energy now. That's the red, no, that's the 5k mark. The yellow pennant.
Only 5 kilometers left for the race leaders.
Okay, I just want to recover some energy for the, like, final kilometer or two. But Bennett is trying to sneak away. Okay. I may upload highlights of this one to YouTube at some point. Okay, that's a tailwind. It's kind of useful. Maybe.
We've got to react. He's dangerous.
The leading men will soon be under the red pennant. Who will come out on top today?
It is the red pennant. 1 more kilometer of effort.
We have no energy. We did it.
Speed a bit. Otherwise you'll hit the wall.
We did it. We can switch the music off now. And are we ready? So that's a reminder, the world record time we're looking for. Just go for a quick... So technically that would be illegal in real Tour de France. So that time we're going for, let's remember, is 10:29:08.
This stage is his. He's a we can see will climb.
We're just best at everything? That's...
Well done, lads. Congratulations to you. We were the pre-race favourites, and you lived up to the role.
So we
with
rode
brio.
that in...
Well done for this win. We finish with the yellow jersey,
3:38.
the green jersey, and the polka dot jersey. It's simply phenomenal,
56.
guys. Well done, lads.
So that means we finish in 10:19. 25. We did it, gamers. That is 9 minutes on the world record. So on our personal best. So we did it. So if we open up speedrun.com here for Les Trois Jours de Provence, wherever it's gone. I need to switch those over to the internet live scene. We're first now. I don't have an account, so I have to sign up. And I'll do that off stream. But that's a new world record for us. Does this guy have any other world record? Does this gal, sorry? So she had more for Tour de France, but mine, oh, fun. But yeah, this music is quite something. We did it. We're officially a world record holding Twitch channel. I can put that in the Twitch description. I finally have something to put in the Twitch description. I think... Give me a second. I just want to... I've got something very different I want to do for the end of the stream, so give me a second. Context for this. I have just finished watching Glee. A show that exists. A show that is the thing. Is definitely a show. I'm looking for a Glee character tier list. Oh fuck, this one has no names. So this is gonna be a real... Okay. What are the tiers traditionally? It's S, A, B, no. C, D. What are the... Okay, if I was to go into make a template on this. Okay. Okay, we have made it. So I'll switch over the this now to the other web capture. We're doing this. So I can hide our splits. We don't need to see the splits anymore. So where I can zoom in on this. Give me a second, I'm seeing if we can... There we go, presentation mode. Okay. So yeah, we're ranking every single character from the series Glee. There are no labels on this chart. Move this over a wee bit. The word problematic will be used a lot in this. So we're ranking them from S tier to firing squad tier. Because some of these characters deserve death. No, let's just change the stream description. Ranking Glee characters. Okay. So, let's begin. I'm trying to do this in such a way that, like, I'm not in the way. Give me a second. There we go. That'll do. You'll be... It should be fine once we get into it. So the first character here is... I know who this is. This is the guy who... Why are you like that? Oh no, you're like that because I scrolled down. This first guy briefly dates Mercedes. So he's not an important character who I give no shits about, so immediately that's... I think he's fine. He seems like a nice guy. He's like not a dick. I don't hate him. I don't think he added much to the series. So that's I think a D tier, because who cares? Becky Jackson, one of the more problematic characters, but a queen. We love Becky Jackson. Perfect character, no notes. Oh, sorry, there's a tier I have to just add to this. We're getting rid of D tier and renaming this pedophile nonce tier. The pedophile tier will be used more than once, unfortunately. Becky Jackson is... I enjoyed her. She's an immediate sort of... I think A tier. No, B, A. This guy, don't remember his name. He was the season 4 and 5 replacement for Sam and Finn. He sucked. Transphobic as fuck, as far as I remember. Does the transphobia get him the firing squad? Turfs, do not use this as me inciting violence. This is a funny list about... This is a funny list. We get to enjoy the Tour de France music for the whole time. Firing squad. This next guy I quite like. So he's a season 6 character. And season 6 is a weird season that I don't particularly like because it is a waste. But this guy is one of the 2 incest twins. He's one of the 2 incest twins. He gets 1 episode of focus, and it's a pretty good episode. Because he just gets no focus, and he's gonna have to go B for me. But I like him. If we were doing a Glee reboot, or if I could rewrite season 6, I would use him more. Santana, no notes, immediate ass. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? This is... I'm sure I should recognize him. Is this Jesse? I'm gonna have to put him in Hoomst. Brittany? No notes, immediate ass. The guy who plays the piano? Not a nonce as far as we know. Not a nonce. Does have a foot fetish. One of the few things we learn about this guy who appears in almost every episode of this show, playing the piano, he has a foot fetish. I like him. I like that he is a character who is with us the whole series. The one thing, he has some like fun character notes. The one thing I don't like about him is that they don't just have him appear in New York whenever there's a song sung in New York. I think he's another sort of solid B tier. This person, who may be Demi Lovato, is briefly Santana's girlfriend. She's cool. I'm using she because that if this is Demi Lovato, the character is she, her. But again, very little screen time. This guy, this weird guy, this David Bowie ripoff who was in about 3 episodes, is another one who's like fine, and like these 2 are both New York characters who are fine, but are in like too few episodes. Sleazy Ohio news anchor host, I think is gonna enter firing squad tier. Dislike him immensely. This guy has been cut off. This guy has been cut off. I think it's the other Puckett. No. Who is it? Who is this meant to be? We'll come back to them at the end. Finn's mum. A solid. A rock. An anchor. My queen. B. Fine. Quinn. Quinn is an A tier. She's S tier. These 3, like the 3 cheerleaders who are sent to infiltrate the Glee Club, 3 of the best characters. I have no complaints about them. Noah Puckerman, better than his brother, who will be entering a very specific tier. But I think he's one of the new characters, and they underuse the new characters. That's a classic sort of. I think he B. Hoomst is this guy. I don't remember half the Warblers. Hoomst tier. Unique Adams is an interesting character. The show's first attempt at doing trans characters, and I don't know if it goes great. I think they they miss more than they hit, I'm gonna say. But I like where Unique ends up, and she gets some fun songs. I think Unique's an A tier. Kurt, the twink, as I refer to him. I dislike Kurt immensely. But also I like some of Kurt's songs. Kurt gets the B tier. That's going to be controversial. Emma, her parents are some of my favourite characters because they are ginger supremacists, which is very funny. But I feel like she started off as a joke, but also just a Will Schuester love interest, and anything involving Will Schuester is a sort of bit of a no-no. Is that Will Schuester? The one that's cut off? No, it isn't. I think Emma is another B tier. This one. Who are you? This is another Who Are You. There's a lot of very similar looking white people in this show. Coach Beast, the trans character they get right. Coach Beast, I think, is pretty decent trans representation. Sue Sylvester, S tier. Sue Sylvester is honestly the most iconic character ever portrayed in television. If they don't bring her back for the Glee revival, reboot, reunion, whatever, sequel, there's no point doing it. And now we reach the first paedophile. Sandy, I think was his name. The original Glee Club guy whose nonsing starts off the whole series. Very quick paedophile tier. Who is this? He looks noncy. I think he goes in Hoopst. The Irish guy. I liked the little Irish lad, but he doesn't get enough screen time. I think he's a high B tier. Oh, sorry, I need to organise this. I need to organise this a bit. I think Brittany is my favourite. There we go. Yeah, high B tier. Oh, sorry. Just moving this around a bit. Principal Figgins, I think, is a fun character. I quite like Principal Figgins. One of the mainstays here from start to end. I think similar to the pianist, he is a high B. Maybe even beating out Kurt. I love that my favourite guy is this woman. She annoys me and is a very clear example of Ryan Murphy cannot write black people. William Schuster. William Schuster. What? He's going in nonce tier, but we'll get into why in a minute. What can be said about Will Schuster that hasn't already been said? A man whose only friends are children, who works as a Spanish teacher but cannot speak a word of Spanish, who raps a lot. Honestly, they should have, if the guy who plays Finn hadn't died, I imagine he would have sort of been replaced by Finn, but unfortunately Finn sort of tragically passed away in real life. So, but yeah, he's creepy. He's creepy, and the dances he does with some of the girls are just... Burt Hummel, S tier. Supportive dad. I love him. He is everything to me. Now, Artie Abrams. I'm switching between the nonce tier and the firing squad tier. He does, unlike a character we'll get to later, break up with his girlfriend when he graduates high school. But he is creepy. He's also, I think he is top of firing squad tier. Is this our boy? Some of these pictures are terrible. I think this is Finn. I think this is Finn. If it's Finn, Finn is a himbo. I adore him, especially in the sort of later arcs before he sadly died, when he became like sequel Mr. Shu but less noncy. I really appreciated him. I think he's a lower... No. High A. Unfortunately. Stoner Brett. A character I somehow remember. Nothing more than a joke. There should probably be a tier for joke characters, but he... 1 season joke, or 2 season joke. Fine. Like, he's like the hockey guy who might be on this list. And he's relevant. This guy, he's another season 6 only guy. He's meant to just be... He's a replacement Pokemon, essentially, but gay. And the kind of point of him is showing that progress has been made on gay rights. Wasn't a big fan of him. He felt like sort of trite and reused at that point. This guy. This is the guy who appears in season 1 and then never comes back. Unfortunately, because he like just gets dropped, I have to put him on C tier, but like I didn't hate him. I just have no opinions about him. I think he goes in between the... This is a Warbler. Don't know which one. Tina Cohen Chang. I like Tina. I like Tina a lot. I don't know if this is controversial, but I think I prefer later season Tina, even though she gets weird. She gets weird in the late season, and eventually... But I kind of like her arc. I think she is A. I don't think I like her as much as I like these top tier characters. But I do like Tina quite a lot. Lord Tubbington, up here with Brittany and Sue. Perfect character. I think that's one of my favourite running jokes, is Lord Tubbington and everything that he does. The Flash, the first of the 2 CW superhero characters who appears. He does commit assault on Blaine, my boy, my sweet angel Blaine, and for that he gets the firing squad. But I like him more than any of the other firing squad characters, at least. Head chopped off. Who is Head chopped off meant to be? We'll leave Head chopped. We'll leave Head chopped off because I don't know who it is. This guy. He's similar to Rory in that I like him, but he's underused. There's not much to say about him. He's in the 1 episode they actually focus on the season 6 characters. He has some decent stuff. Mercedes. I like Mercedes. She just has some of the best songs in the show. That's all I have to say. The homophobic gay kid. This is a trope I don't like. Bully is actually gay. I think it's an overused trope that's a bit lame at this point. Although when Glee came out, it was less overused. I like how he is in later seasons. I really do like his arc, though. I hate him in early seasons, but I enjoy him in later seasons. I think he gets a low A tier. This one, Sugar Cohen. Iconic. She's another iconic character, but she's underused. So I think she does... I think she's high B or low A. Low A, let's say. Rachel! What's her name? What's her last name? I've watched all... Rachel. Leah Michelle. She's just Leah Michelle. Honestly, really annoyed me by the later seasons. She is a good character. She is oddly compelling. There is something... Leah Michelle is honestly a truly talented person, but I like her less than Mercedes. I think we'll say that much. Sugar Cohen. No, what's her name? The one who Rachel sends to a crack house. Honestly, Telephone is the song that made me watch Glee. I kind of like that she ends up wanting... I kind of like the little bit of screen time she gets. She doesn't get much screen time. High C. No. Low B. The Bird. The Bird Who Dies. The Bird Who Dies, bad pet. Lord Tubbington could kill and fight. This one, can't remember her name. She's fine. Another season. She goes in this group of sort of underused characters who I think would have been good if they used them. Blaine, S tier. Blaine, I love him. Sweet boy. They shouldn't have paired him with Kurt. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't end up with Kurt, but he did. The superintendent of the schools, I feel like he sort of fits in the firing squad zone. Benjamin Vendrin something Israel, I think is his name. Again, I dislike him immensely. He's also a creep. The other incest twin, I think I'm putting them together because it fits, and I think we would have got, those two would have had some really fun storylines if they'd actually got used. Is this the dance teacher from Niada? Impossible to say. Truly impossible to say. Oh, we're approaching some pedophiles. The coach from season 1. We can tell who this is just from his body. The season 1 coach. Honestly, I despised him. Firing squad. Kitty, I like. I enjoy Kitty. She is a rip-off Queen for Ray, but she also has her own enough different character stuff that I think she deserves low A tier. Sam? Fine. A true himbo. I don't want to break up the twins. He can go underneath Mercedes, that seems fitting. This lass. The second superhero, Marley, that's her name. I like Marley, is the thing. I just think, I wish she had got more focus. And also it's a shame what happened with the guy, with Melissa Benoit in real life in the show. I think she goes about the same place as sort of these characters. She fits there. Holly Holiday, perfect character, no notes. This one, I like her. I forget her name. It's a shame she gets dropped in season 2 because I do like, or season 2 because I can't, or season 3. I think it might be season 3 because I do like her on the Glee Club, but she gets really underused and insulted quite a bit on there. I think she's Becky Jackson level, not as good as Becky Jackson. Hippie Jesus guy, fine, underused. I think he can go low B. Who are all these people? Who are we missing? Okay, Pokemon can go in the paedophile tier, but he's probably my favourite of the paedophiles. Unlike the other two. Real life paedophile. And these, I guess, all just... I think that's Jesse St. James, who I don't like. He's an annoying character. Is this the dance teacher from Niada? She was vaguely compelling but underused, so... yeah, I don't know who these two are. I guess they go in Whomst. No! And that is our tier list. We did it, gamers. That was definitely worth the many hours of TV I did. I'm writing a sort of retrospective on Glee at the moment, so if you're interested in this, stick around and we may mention some more of these. I do enjoy the tier lists. We may do some more of these, as well as like as a similar sort of thing to the BuzzFeed quizzes. But anyway, I think we'll end it here, gamers. Thank you for coming. We're now world record holders. We might try and do a couple more of them in the future. But thanks for coming, gamers. I'll see you around next couple of days. I think if we can try and start streaming more regularly again, that would be great. I probably can stream tomorrow night. We could return to the Pokemon Nuzlocke tomorrow night, perhaps. That might be a fun thing. or tomorrow night will either be Pokemon or Spec Ops: The Line, one of the two. I will tweet. I'm going to the cinema beforehand, so it depends on how late I get home, I guess. But anyway, thanks for coming, gamers. And I'll see you all around on the next